Hey, Bubba, it's me again. Here's another thing I do. I do a lot of my scouting at night, right? I'm saying it doesn't necessarily make it any more safer, you know what I'm saying, from the cops. In some cases, you know what I'm saying, it's a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more risky, depending on where you're at, what you're scouting. I'm saying, the locals in the neighborhood might not like you because you're different, you're strange, they haven't seen you before, because you're going to be walking around. That's why you get a bicycle. That's why bicycles is so important, right? Because with a bicycle, you can escape, right? You can travel a lot farther, right? A lot sooner, a lot quicker. You know what I'm saying? It's dependable, it's economical, it's it's cost effective. I mean, there's so many pluses. You know what I'm saying? The few minuses, right, are outweighed by tons. Right? The only minuses would be, the bike breaks down, if you got a raggedy little piece of shit, right? Flat tires, you know what I'm saying? You're spending money on it sometimes, right? But for the most part, it's worth it. Anyways, so like I was just scouting just now, back behind this food city, right? And I was not too much surprised, but I was stunned a little bit. They got pretty much a whole little city back there. They got a couple of trailers, a couple of motorhomes. Got some guy over in the corner built up, because it's a big empty lot behind you. It's like as big as the front parking lot, right? So there was a couple other people, rummaging through the dumpster and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Right, so I mean, obviously this is a good spot, right? And now, in order to get into one of these spots, you would have to refer to a couple of my other videos that I already made. How to deal, how to get in with the homeless people. All those ones. The homelessness and you playlist is the one you want to look at. That's the one you actually want to look at, because that'll teach you the most, right? But anyways, so another reason why I do my scouting at night is because it's quiet, right? It's peaceful. You can concentrate on what you're doing, and right, you can see anything bad coming. You can't, right? Because the cars gotta have their lights on. You're saying people, right? They're if you're in the back behind somewhere and they're in a whole bunch of traffic noise, but everything you can hear for a long distance. You know when somebody's over there, right? You know what I'm saying? Even if you can't see them in the dark, they're there because you can hear them, right? The third reason. Freeway access. Third reason is that you have more opportunities to explore behind places and around the side places and this place and that place. And you normally wouldn't have in the daytime because people see you. They'll call the cops. Or they'll confront you. Hey, what are you doing over there? But at nighttime, there's nobody around. So a lot of buildings are closed, a lot of stores are closed, everything's closed, all locked up. They're trying to break in or steal nothing. You're trying to see what's going on behind there. That's all you're trying to do. Right? You know what I'm saying? Don't be breaking no laws. If you don't gotta break a law, don't break a law. Right? That's pretty stupid, right? Why you want to take a chance of going to jail and ruin the whole fucking thing? You're trying to stay away from the cops, not draw attention to yourself. Right? So anyway, I'm not this is where I'm at right now. I'm at 20th Street and McDowell, right where the freeway is, the 51 Squad Pico North. Right, I'm headed over to the car wash at 7th Street in Thomas, or just 7th Street, like around Virginia or somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Right? So I'm still like about a good 2.5 miles away from it, right? But I never looked around behind this Food City store before. I've been by it 1,000 times. But I just decided, I got my curiosity, I decided to run back there and see what was back there. Right? And that's how you do it. Crossing the freeway right now. And the fourth reason, and this one's important, especially for Phoenix, some of the western cities. Vegas for you, Vegas and Phoenix are they're very similar. They're similar in layout, they're similar in construction, right? They're similar in the way that the neighborhoods are set up, right? And the way their businesses, a lot of stores, businesses are along the main thoroughfares, right? Main streets, right? And the neighborhoods are on the back and side streets, right? You want to stay as far away from neighborhood camping as you possibly can. I mean, there's a few spots that I use that are like in the neighborhood, right? But it's because it's out in the open, right? I've over the years I've met the neighbors and been caught a few times, here and there, talked to them, right? Made kind of like fast friends, so they kind of like accept me. Right at the end of the street, wall. There's a house, the concrete pad, and the street, the wall. And the street on the other side. Right? Because I only, that's like an emergency spot for me. In case I need to just stop somewhere right now and I'm close to it. I just zoom over there, drop, lay my bike down, go to sleep. I don't bother nobody, don't fuck with nobody. I'm looking at nothing. I just do what I do when I go, and then they accept that. But anyways, the fourth reason is, right, especially, like in Western states in summer, because it's a lot cooler at night. Right, and you can travel at your own pace. Right, because you're looking at a lot more stuff. I mean, this mission is searching for a spot, or a new spot. You know what I'm saying? There's something that's usable. Right? You don't necessarily have to give up your old spot, right? But it's always good to have, 4, 5, or 6 different spots. And a rain spot is important. A rain spot is a spot that keeps you, it's raining like fuck, you're not all wet and drenched, you're just not all soaking, right? Because wherever you were out of the rain, in your rain spot. Right? A good rain spot would be more like this. Just a temporary quick shelter, right? Right, no. Turn around. Right, where is this up? This is the front. Yeah, let me stop right here. Yeah. It's the front of a store. It's the front of, like there's 2 or 3 stores in a bar. See what this little overhang is right here? Right? It's overhanging just enough right, where you can just flop down right there on the sidewalk. Right? And wait out the rainstorm. Right? Because that's just a temporary quick fix right there. Right? That's for waiting it out. Other good quick temporary rain spots are underneath covered parking in the parking lots. Somebody's had a few manicures or bases. But you gotta be mindful, right? You gotta watch out for the idiots in the cars. Ethiopian kitchen. This place is still open. Coming up on 10 o'clock. But usually here in Phoenix, that's, for the most part, all the restaurants and stores and shit that are open right now, for the most part, they all close pretty much at 10 o'clock. I was trying to make it to Virginia Market because I needed to buy something real fast. But, I just queued up and I left the store too big of a hurry, and I forgot a couple of things. I was like half a mile away, I'd turn around and go back. That ruined it. Right? Timing is everything. Right? Timing is everything. Coming up on 16th Street here. Right? T-bus. I'm trying to go north here. Right? Because I still got to go, it goes a mile that way north towards Sounds. And then cut across the 7th Street. Right? Down there. See, because if you're just looking, because basically what you're doing is you're just looking for a place to sleep. Look at this little, right? We've got a little parking lot right here behind this building. Alright, see me. Alright. There's behind us over here. And that other parking lot over there. See, all these buildings have parking lots behind them. Right? You can just flop down right here in the corner somewhere in the dark. Right? And just go to sleep. It's gonna bother you till the morning. You understand? Right? But if you're smart and if you're sharp, right, you set your phone alarm for like 6 o'clock. Right? The phone won't be up until 2 o'clock by 6:30 before anybody showed up. We knew you were here. And the dog's barking. Listen. Comes down into another parking lot right here. And I'm just half a block from 16th Street because I just go through the alley. See my hair. Then you got the Mr. D intersection. See what I'm getting at? Right? Just that's what nighttime scouting, gives you. It gives you that stealth. It gives you, see, look how dark it is. gives you just a little bit more of an advantage, right, for what you're doing. Came out of Almira, right? One block north of the gallery. So I'm just gonna ride up to like around Sheridan or so, Oak Street. Then I'm gonna turn left and go across the 7th. The Oak is in Middle Street. Here in Phoenix and Vegas the same way. Like between the major thoroughfares, like McDowell and Thomas, right, are 1 mile apart. And then there's the Middle Street. It's always Middle Street. In this case, between McDowell and Thomas is Oak. It's exactly a half mile. Because Phoenix is laid out on the good squares, so it's Vegas. Except for the Strip, you know what I'm saying? Right, and I've been here so long, I know all the 100 blocks, I know all the street names, I know where everything is. I don't get lost. I get confused, but I'm too high. I can turn around, when I'm, pretty faded. Whoa! Gas meter slide. Right? But I always know where I'm at. And if you're smart, right, you pay for your phone service so you can use the mats. Mats! Here's Palm Lane. We went to that right here. That's all the way around it. And sometimes lots like this are good. Right? You go around to the backside over there in the corner, right? And there might be access to the wall. The reason it's good is why? It's because you're contained, you're inside. Can't nobody get at you. Right? If they can see you there. The bad thing is it's criminal trespassing, you get arrested, you get. That's just the names right there, and there's no alley wall. So. Narrows. This is weird to see how close the wall is right here. It's only like 2 feet of sidewalk. The local liquor store. You're doing bang up business. I've said that all along. It's the whole COVID-19. They never stopped selling alcohol. Nobody ever told them that to you. They've been selling a lot of it lately. Sarac. What is this? Some behavioral health place or some shit. No good. These all lighted. That's just for fun. Depends on each side. Can't get around. Huh? Nothing. Here's a now if you take a cut across on Oak, now we can go right through the neighborhood. Alright? See, idiots in cars. This is northbound 16th Street. Right? That's the traffic light right here. It's my light now. There's a bar right here. Cocktail, it says. 375 bar specials. And they don't got no behind back. Because there's another building right there, right next to it, big shop. Alleyway.